All right, week 12, Dolphins versus Jets. Miami is favored by 9.5 points. I really hate these big point spreads. I'm going to take Miami um, only because the Jets. I mean, the Jets really aren't that bad of a team per se, but man, sometimes they just have a way to look really bad, and they certainly did against Buffalo. But let's kind of go through this here. So if you go up to the top here, the straight up model has Miami with an 86% chance of winning, which correlates to a 14.2 point spread. And then when you just come over and you look at the raw points, you look at a median score of 27 to 13 is what that's showing. And quite frankly, Miami should be putting up points. And even again, this is a direct matchup. This is not just taking averages. So that offense against this defense, which is what we see here, and again, it's showing that New York generally has a good defense, but their pass defense isn't all that good. And I think Buffalo exposed that pretty good. So we'll see how that works out. A couple things is the last couple games, Miami has not looked all that great at all. They barely got over Vegas. And quite frankly, I think they look poor against Kansas City. You know, I think that they should be able to do better than that. They still have the pretty much number one offense in the NFL as far as I can tell, and they don't have a bad defense. They really are a good team. They've been struggling though. I think they've been underperforming if nothing else. So. But with the raw numbers, they should do better. Okay, so let's go and look at the performance charts. The first thing that stands out at me is Miami. They're able to run the ball. If they're able to run the ball, they should at least be able to be consistent, and that should open up that passing game. Then when we come over here to the right, the lower right, these turnovers by Tua, these interceptions, you don't want to see turnover Tua, which is what he's looking like. That's not good. But then I'd come up here, and again, every week it feels like it's the same thing, that the Jets just can't protect their quarterback. And of course, there's no one better ass than Aaron Rodgers, right? Horrible. Hate to see guys get injured, but the fact of the matter is, if you're going to let your quarterback get hit, they're going to get hurt. And I've been reading some rumors that Zach Wilson may or may not be the starter. I really don't know who their number 3 starter is, but I would imagine that if they were better than Zach Taylor, we would have seen him so far. And we haven't. And then I think the big thing, and we hit on this quite a bit, but these numbers have been coming down. It looks to me as though the league is starting to watch Miami and being able to take away that big play. And Miami keeps trying to go for the big play, and then we come up with a bunch of nothing. So we're seeing decreased big plays. And then I would also point out, to me, I look at the fumbles. They don't look real good. They're winning in spite of this, or at least the model has them winning in spite of this. And I think part of that just has to do with some of the particular lack of offense on the New York part, particularly the passing. They don't have very much explosion. When you've got a poor passing game and you have to rely on a running game in your defense, they're certainly in games. They weren't the last one, but they certainly have been in a lot of games. Talent-wise and performance-wise, though, Miami should dominate this. Doesn't mean they will, but they should. So, anyhow, if you like what you listen to, like and subscribe. If you got any questions, comments, drop me a note. Have a good Thanksgiving. Thank you.